Hey guys, welcome back to the 4C Voice. In this video, I want to show you how I use aloe vera as part of my wash day routine. I use it as a pre-poo. As many of you know, shampoo really strips our hair of its natural oils. Pre-pooing is important because it goes ahead and gives us that moisture that we would lose without it while shampooing. So let's just jump right into it. So I have my aloe vera leaf here. I used it this morning and put it into the fridge like this. So this is how you would store it. I just learned this recently that this part of the aloe vera leaf actually stays healthier longer. So if you aren't planning on using the whole thing, it is important and it's better to cut it from this side so you can save it and still be able to use this later. So this is how I would store it after. Just wrap it in some plastic and put it into the fridge. So I'm just gonna cut off enough that I would use during the pre-poo. Of course, that's dependent on how much hair you have. So this should be enough. And I'll set this to the side. Also, I washed this before I used it. Go ahead and cut off the spiky ends. Push this to the side. Then you can slice it down the middle. So I will note that in the past, I have just stopped here and this is how I've used it. And it allows you to just apply it directly to your scalp. You would take it like this, apply it to your scalp, and then scratch the surface when you need more juice to come out. I stopped doing it this way because it leaves so much specks in my hair and I really didn't like having to pick it out after. So I've actually transitioned over to this blending method. So after you cut it, you can either take a knife or a spoon. I tend to use a knife. If you feel more comfortable with the spoon, then by all means use that. I have this blender cup. I use a magic bullet whenever I'm blending things for hair. So this is just a blender cup and this is the blade that I will be using. Right, so just go ahead and cut all of the gel, as you can see. You just place it right into the blender cup. And you can see I got all of the edge of the gel, so you can usually see how much more you need to get. Again, I'm just more comfortable using the knife, but use a spoon. You don't want to cut yourself. Oops. And this will be more than enough. For the way I use it, I definitely just focus this onto my scalp. So this is more than enough. All right, so that's all you need. And let me just wash this off my hands. Right, and I just cover this like this. And I place it into the blender. This is how it's looking after, and that's good enough. So after this, you definitely want to go ahead and strain the mixture. If you don't strain the mixture, you will have pieces in your hair. I have tried this in the past where I'll blend it really well and think that I don't have to strain the mixture, and I still end up picking out those pieces from my hair. So don't be like me and just strain it out. So I've actually found that using these knee-high pantyhose socks are very great for straining anything of this sort. These are the really cheap ones for 99 cents that you can get at CVS or Walgreens. I actually got these from Walgreens. You can also use a cheesecloth or any type of strainer, but these definitely get the job done and it's way less of a mess. And then you just go ahead and stretch it. Oops. Stretch it over whatever container you want to catch it in. Just like this, and pour the aloe in. And you'll see it'll immediately start to come through the sock. I will note that you can use any old stockings that you have, like ones that have holes that you don't use anymore, but make sure it's stockings that are see-through, that when you hold it up to the light, you can see through them. I haven't used thick stockings, but I'm assuming it wouldn't work exactly the same. So then you just press to get everything out. And I use this for everything. If I'm trying to strain anything that I'm using in my hair, I use these stockings. They work really well, and they're very cheap as well. So after you've strained it, you're good to go. This will get put right into the spray bottle and it's ready to apply. Here, itchy in the mug. Oh, that's on the nasty. Alright, so I moved the aloe vera into the spray bottle and I've sectioned off her hair and I'm gonna get started. I usually do apply the aloe vera to the scalp mostly and then oil down her hair. And again, I'm sorry guys, I did this on myself yesterday and tried to film it for you guys, but I was just looking real crazy. I was messing up the camera angles. I'm still getting new to this, so I just showing this on my sister, but it's the same exact method. I will get better, keep practicing, and get some videos on myself. I don't know if you guys really want to see me like that, but yeah, I will be practicing. So think of it as greasing your scalp with this spray. That's pretty much the best way to explain it. This thing is really runny though, so it's like spray it real quick. Definitely have a towel and try and saturate it on the scalp. Definitely will give you that refreshing feel on your scalp. I'm sure that's what she's feeling right now. And then also, if the hair is feeling really dry, I go ahead and make sure I saturate it onto the ends. You don't really need it in the middle. When you put it on the scalp and on the ends, you're able to usually like drag it down the hair and you don't need it to be soaking wet. So then I go in with my oil. I usually either use castor oil or olive oil. I use the two of them interchangeably. I ran out of castor oil this week, so I'm using olive oil. So I'm able to just go ahead and saturate her hair with that. I'm getting it onto the scalp and also making sure I'm focusing on those ends. You guys already know this, but the ends are your oldest and most fragile pieces of hair, so you really want to cater to those ends to prevent them from falling off. So that's what I'm doing here. And after you've applied the aloe vera and then you've added this oil, your hair will be very soft, very manageable, and you're able to detangle. I'm still going with what I said last week of just finger detangling. It really does help with thickening up hair and reducing breakage. And if you're working towards that length retention, which we all want, you know, we all want that hair down to our butts, definitely give finger detangling a try. This mix will really help you. You won't feel the need to use a comb at all. And if you are using it and you do feel like you need to use a comb, maybe work in a smaller section. That'll really help. And just like that, and then you're done. And you can go ahead and twist this off and get ready for the next section. You can already see her hair is looking plump, her hair is feeling moisturized. There's a big difference between the parts that I've done and the parts that I haven't done. Oops. Just like that. I did this on my hair yesterday, and guys, my hair felt so soft. Like even after I shampooed, I was feeling my hair like no way. So yeah. Then it's just on to the next section. Make sure to focus on the scalp, get some on the ends, and then go in with the oil. So with my hair routine, I use aloe vera as a pre-poo. Others use it as part of their deep conditioner. Some people use it as their leave-in spray. Aloe can be used for every and anything. Make sure to read this week's latest blog to read more about its uses and its benefits for our hair. Like I said, you can see these juicy twists. This moisture will definitely stick around when you're done shampooing, and it makes your wash day so much faster and much more enjoyable when your hair is soft and manageable throughout. So definitely give this a try. Alright guys, so this is how it looks when I've applied the Pre-Poo all over her head. You can see her hair looks very moisturized. Sometimes what I like to do is just go in with some of the spray on the scalp again, just to make sure it's in there. I usually put it on my hands and spray it, because when you're doing this, you'll notice that it runs a lot and it can get really messy when you're working by yourself. So I usually just go in like that. And then she can go ahead and put on her plastic cap or plastic bag, whatever you have. You can use a heating cap if that's what you have as well. And let this sit for at least an hour. In the past, I've let it sit overnight. Yesterday, I let it sit for 2 hours. It works either way, but at least an hour will get the job done. Then you just go ahead with your shampoo and deep conditioner and on to the rest of your wash day. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Let me know if you try this. And a huge shout out to Natural85 on YouTube. I actually got this method from her. I watched it on her YouTube channel and tried it myself and fell in love with it, and I've kind of adapted it to how it works for me. But my inspiration from this is from her, so shout out to her. Have a great week, you guys. See you next Sunday.